the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Watson on 1st down. Cruz has it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Reset.
On 1st and 10, Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Cruz, and we're going to get a timeout. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watson. He's got his man Cruz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
How in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Cruz. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson looks to throw again, and it's caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 8. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cruz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cruz. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw is Watson. He's got Cruz complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Watson now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. as his guys are in for 6. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Titans, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got a band.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a couple of first downs on this drive for Devin Wade.
Yeah, he's starting to get comfortable out there, isn't he? You can see him. He's out there feeling good about things, and I think his offense is responding.
On the carry, here's Clement. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way.
And here come the Bills. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down. It's 33 yards on the third down conversion. That play by Devin brings up a new set of downs. Nice catch as well. Good connection.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned. The key part of it, a new set of downs. Well done.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Devin will throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Devin will throw on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the... First and 10, Devin Wade back to pass. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's still barreling through. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the...
First and 10, Devin Wade drops back, eluding the pressure right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Forced out to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Griffith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the... The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Houston!
Second down, Devin will throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third and a bit here for Devin. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys have got it back at the... Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Wade to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A run. It's Clement. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. 3rd down, Devin Wade from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Devin showing off his running ability. Charles, you and I have talked about it ad nauseum. That's what he has in his arsenal.
Yeah, he's a secret weapon to those who haven't seen him yet. You and I knew he could do that. Everyone else is going to find out.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that player is able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
He's going to get it running right. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Devin with play action. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And now out come the Bills. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Devin drops back, completes it to Benjamin, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Devin to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling to his right. He finds Humphreys. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Devin Wade in the shotgun. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now Devin from the shotgun. The quick slant caught. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. Devin turns and hands it off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for... Devin's going to hand this one off. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Devin with a give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Bills on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
And you really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bills, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.